I filmed this great white shark near Surfer recently. At another location, I filmed this shark near one of the busiest beaches in Los Angeles. If it feels like sharks are suddenly everywhere, you're not imagining that feeling. The sharks didn't move closer overnight. We moved closer to them. I've been filming this coastline for years, and scenes like the ones you just saw aren't new. What's new is how often these moments are being seen and how quickly they're being shared. That's because drones have changed what we can observe, and social media has changed how far that footage travels. A single shark filmed once can now appear on millions of screens, sometimes within hours, often without any context of where it was or how long it was there or what it was actually doing. And when this happens, it creates the feeling that sharks are suddenly everywhere, even though the behavior itself hasn't changed. When people see these clips, the first question I hear is usually the same. Are there suddenly more sharks now? And why are they so close to shore? Those are logical questions I've often asked myself. So let's take a closer look at why it can feel like there are more sharks today than a few decades ago. First, the honest answer is this. We don't actually know the exact numbers, and we never have. But for the purposes of this video, let's focus specifically on great white sharks. Depending on the source, estimates range widely, from a few thousand worldwide to as many as 20,000. But the truth is, it's difficult to say exactly how many there are. They estimate populations using tagging data, genetics, and long-term observation. I recently released a video where we took a deeper look at those estimates. Check out the link up here if you want to explore the numbers further. Now, one of the groups doing this work here in California is the California White Shark Project. I had a rare opportunity to spend time with their scientific team and learn firsthand how the research is done at the Farallon Islands. It became clear very quickly that their work doesn't rely on viral clips or single encounters. It's built on decades of photo identification, acoustic tagging, and repeated documentation of the same sharks returning to the same region. In fact, the project is designed to sustain one of the longest continuous surveys of white sharks in the world, a data set that began more than 30 years ago. And what that data shows is something important. Many of the sharks people think are new are actually the same individuals, showing up in the same places year after year. A shark detected near one beach this season may be detected again the next, not because there are suddenly more sharks, but because that shark has always been part of that area as part of its normal range. That fact alone is what makes estimating population size so challenging. I know firsthand this effect because if you've watched this channel, you know I've often seen the same sharks over and over. This one with a distinct bent dorsal fin has appeared 3 years in a row in the same area in the summer months. Before we continue, I want to be clear about something. Every clip you see in my videos is real. Nothing is staged, and nothing is AI generated. That is my promise. This work takes time, patience, and a lot of days in the field. If you wanted to support it, the simplest way is to like the video, leave a comment, and to subscribe. It's free and it genuinely makes a difference. With your support, I'll keep bringing you real moments from the ocean exactly as they happen. Alright, so we know counting sharks is not an easy task. Still, the more sharks logged, the better the estimates can be in the future. However, worldwide, there is no way to know exactly. The work the California White Shark Project is conducting only covers an area known as the Red Triangle. So how many sharks did they count there? Their database is just over 600 white sharks logged in those 30 years. In 2025, they logged 104 sharks, and the next population study will be released in the next year with updated numbers. If you really want to get into the weeds with the numbers, check out the links in my video description about their 2021 population study. Overall, consistency is key, and projected population estimates is a field all in itself. I really wish I could show you guys drone footage from the Farallons, but flying there is strictly prohibited, and for good reason. It's a protected marine sanctuary, full of birds and marine life, white sharks included. The island feels almost fictional. It's unlike anywhere else I've ever been. And while I was there, I witnessed 2 white shark predations on elephant seals in about 3 hours. And trust me, it wasn't something I was prepared to see. And still, I kept coming back to the same question. Are there more sharks today than in the past? It can certainly feel that way. And when you step back, it quickly becomes a matter of perception. That's because we have more tools now. We have drones, we have shark tracking apps, and we have more ways to document the sharks. And when you add drones and social media on top of that, the same animal can look like multiple sharks on different days, especially when it's filmed from different angles by different people. That's how perception starts to drift away from reality. The science doesn't show sharks expanding into new territory overnight. It shows long-term sight fidelity, predictable movement patterns, and a coastline where we're finally able to observe in detail. But what about the sharks we see near shore? The Farallon Islands sit roughly 30 miles offshore. How do we explain the sharks that I film in the shallow water close to people? Have they always been there? When people see sharks near swimmers, surfers, or paddleboarders, it's easy to assume that something has changed, that sharks are moving closer to us. In reality, this overlap has always existed. Sharks use nearshore waters because that's where the food is. That's where rays are. That's where juvenile fish are. It's where seals and sea lions live. Those animals move close to shore, and sharks follow them. What's changed isn't the behavior. It's the number of people in the water and the number of eyes watching from above, including my drone. More people are using the coast year-round, and clear water makes these encounters easier to see and easier to share. When all that lines up, moments that once went unnoticed can suddenly feel new or even alarming. But from above, what's striking isn't how close these sharks are. It's how calmly they move through spaces we've always shared. One site I absolutely love, and it's a site that helped me get started in everything that I do. It's the Pacific Coast Shark Research Committee. The database, run by my friend and scientist Ralph Collier, is an amazing example of just how common shark encounters were before the era of drones and technology. My guess is that at the beaches where the reports of encounters occurred, had drones existed 15 years ago, we likely would have seen many sharks near humans, just as we do today. The same beaches listed are, to no surprise to me, many of the same locations where I film encounters today. The bottom line, the sharks didn't suddenly appear. They've always been there. What's changed is how clearly we can see them and how quickly those moments can travel. The ocean didn't rewrite its rules. We just finally learned how to watch. Thanks for watching.